Power doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being needed while remaining untouchable. To master influence, you must become immune to approval. Detachment is your weapon. When you detach, you stop reacting. You stop chasing validation, attention, and comfort. You rise above the noise of the weak who trade their peace for attention. Machiavelli understood that control belongs to the one who remains calm while others unravel. When you detach, you become unpredictable, mysterious, and mystery is magnetic. The less you explain yourself, the more. People invent their own stories about you. They'll fear losing your attention because it's scarce. They'll crave your validation because it's rare. But you must never give it freely. Observe everyone, speak less, feel nothing until it serves your strategy. The moment you can walk away without emotional disturbance, you become dangerous, because nothing can be used against you. Let them wonder what you think. Let them drown in their own overthinking, while you move with quiet precision. This is the essence of silent dominance. This is psychological warfare disguised as calm. Comment below, my silence commands power, because from this moment on, your silence will speak louder than their desperation. Number 2, the magnetic pull of absence. Absence is a weapon, one the weak fear and the powerful master. When you step back, when you disappear without warning or explanation, the world begins to bend around your silence. People chase what they can't control. They crave what they can't predict. That's the law of psychological gravity. Scarcity breeds obsession. Your withdrawal creates an echo in their mind that repeats endlessly. Why did they leave? That echo becomes your influence. Machiavelli understood this well. He knew that power thrives in distance, not in presence. The king doesn't walk among the crowd. He lets the crowd imagine him. Your absence makes your presence valuable. Every message you ignore, every meeting you decline, every emotion you withhold tightens your grip on those who seek your attention. They will try to provoke you to pull you back into reaction. Don't fall for it. Responding is submission. Silence is supremacy. In a world where everyone screams for attention, restraint becomes irresistible. The man who can disappear at will controls the rhythm of others. You dictate the tempo. They dance to your silence. People don't realize that mystery is manipulation. When they can't read you, they'll chase clarity. And in that chase, they reveal their weaknesses. You must observe, not participate. Watch them expose their intentions while you maintain your calm detachment. Never rush to be understood. Never explain your moves. Power is built on uncertainty, and the moment they think they understand you, you've lost your leverage. So vanish strategically. Withdraw your energy, your words, your availability. Let your absence sculpt their perception. Because the one who can walk away without emotion doesn't lose people, they lose you. And that realization will haunt them. Your silence becomes their mirror, reflecting their insecurities. Your distance becomes their addiction. That is the magnetic pull of absence, the power of the unseen. Comment below. I move in silence, they move in confusion. Let that phrase remind you, attention is currency, and you are the mint. Number 3, emotional control. The Machiavellian core. Emotion is a leash the world uses to control you. The moment you react, you're no longer leading. You're being led. The one who controls his emotions controls outcomes. That is the Machiavellian core of power. Machiavelli never said to be heartless. He said to be strategic, feel everything, but express nothing. Because the man who shows nothing reveals nothing, and the man who reveals nothing cannot be exploited. Emotional control is not about being cold. It's about being composed. It's the art of maintaining your center while everyone else is spinning in chaos. When anger rises, you don't lash out, you calculate. When fear whispers, you don't retreat, you observe. When love tempts you to surrender, you weigh its value against your purpose. This is how power breathes, quietly, patiently, ruthlessly. The masses are slaves to impulse. They speak before thinking, act before planning, and regret before learning. You're not one of them. You are not here to react. You are here to decide. Every emotion you master becomes a weapon. Anger becomes strategy. Pain becomes patience. Desire becomes discipline. When you can, remain calm under insult, indifferent under praise, and unshaken by betrayal. You ascend into psychological dominance because people fear what they can't emotionally move. Your silence under pressure terrifies them. It exposes their volatility, their lack of control. They'll call you cold, emotionless, detached. Let them. Their labels are confessions of their weakness. The wolf does not explain his stillness to the sheep. In every confrontation, let your composure be your blade. Smile when others rage. Think when others panic. Stay still when others scatter. The calmer you are, the clearer your vision becomes. And clarity is power, because clarity makes you unpredictable. They won't know what triggers you because nothing does. You'll stop chasing fairness and start commanding outcomes. You'll stop seeking peace and become it. Remember this: control your emotions and you control the battlefield. Let them drown in their storms while you move through silence like a shadow. That's how kings are made, in calm blood, not loud chaos. Comment below: my calm is my control. Number 4, the psychology of control. Shaping perception before reality. Power doesn't begin with strength. It begins with perception. The way people see you shapes the way they treat you, and the way they treat you shapes the power dynamic between you. Control perception, and you control reality itself. Machiavelli understood this with surgical precision. He knew that rulers don't win by force alone, but by the illusions they weave around others' minds. A king who appears feared is safer than one who tries to be loved. Appearance creates expectation, and expectation breeds submission. The world does not follow truth. It follows the image of power. That's why your presence, your tone, your silence, your posture, they are all instruments of control. Every gesture must project calm dominance. Every glance must carry intent. You must train yourself to become unreadable, not because you hide weakness, but because you broadcast mystery. When people can't predict you, they respect you. When they can't define you, they imagine you. That imagination is your leverage. It's how you occupy their thoughts without lifting a finger. The human mind fills silence with stories, and if you stay silent long enough, they'll create stories that serve your power. You are not in competition with anyone who still seeks validation. You've evolved beyond that. The battlefield you command is psychological. While others waste energy proving themselves, you are shaping perception through discipline, consistency, and restraint. Influence is not about being the loudest voice. It's about being the most composed presence. Understand this. People don't submit to truth. They submit to authority. They don't crave honesty. They crave certainty. Give them confidence in your image and they will follow your lead even when you speak little. But to control perception, you must first master self-perception. You must believe you are inevitable. You must walk as if no one can deny you, because power isn't requested. It's radiated. Every movement, every pause, every controlled breath must speak. I am in command. Those who depend on chaos will try to break your rhythm. Let them exhaust themselves. They will attack your calm because they fear it. Stay still. Every silence you hold is an unspoken declaration of dominance. You don't chase perception. You engineer it. You don't beg for recognition. You magnetize it. Your energy must say what your words never will. You are not to be provoked, persuaded, or pitied. You are to be respected. Comment below. I shape perception. Perception shapes reality. Because when you understand this law, reality itself becomes your design. Number 5, the power of indifference. How to rule without reaction. Indifference is not weakness, and it's the highest form of dominance. When nothing outside of you has the power to shake you, you become untouchable. The world feeds on emotional reaction. It survives on chaos, comparison, and validation. But when you move through it with the cold precision of a strategist, you cut through the noise like a blade. Indifference is not about apathy. It's about control. It's the art of deciding what deserves your energy and what doesn't. The Machiavellian mind understands that not every battle is worth fighting. Not every insult is worth noticing, and not every person is worth a response. You do not react. You calculate. Every silence is a move. Every absence is a statement. Every decision to ignore is an act of psychological warfare. When you are indifferent, you create imbalance. People don't know how to interpret your calm. They project, they question, they chase for meaning. The more they seek your attention, the more power you gain. Because attention is control, and control is the currency of influence. The one who reacts gives energy. The one who stays still receives it. Think of kings. They never argue, never defend, never explain. Their indifference is their authority. The court trembles not because of their words, but because of their silence. That same silence, when used with purpose, becomes your armor. It protects you from manipulation, emotional traps, and the desperate energy of those who crave your validation. The world will test your indifference. They'll insult you, doubt you, challenge your patience, but that's your training ground. You win not by attacking, but by not reacting. You let their emotions burn themselves out, while you remain the unmoved center of control. Indifference is the language of power, because it starves the weak and feeds the strong. It keeps people guessing, doubting, obsessing. They'll wonder what you feel, what you plan, what you want, and that uncertainty gives you the upper hand. The man who cannot be provoked cannot be defeated. The one who cannot be emotionally pulled cannot be manipulated. That is Machiavellian stillness, calculated composure forged through restraint. Train yourself to care only for results, not reactions. Care only for control, not comfort. You don't chase peace. You become it, because the one who needs nothing commands everything. Comment below. My indifference is my dominance. Let the world scream. You will rule in silence. Number 6, strategic emotion. How to use feeling as a weapon. Emotion, when uncontrolled, enslaves you, but when harnessed, refined, and deployed with precision, it becomes your sharpest weapon. The Machiavellian mind does not eliminate emotion. It masters it. Every feeling you have can serve a purpose. Every reaction can be re-engineered into an advantage. Emotion, after all, is energy, and energy obeys command. The weak are consumed by it. The strong direct it. They do not cry out in anger. They turn anger into calculation. They do not collapse under pain. They mold pain into patience. They do not get lost in desire. They transform desire into discipline. This is the art of emotional alchemy, the transmutation of raw impulse into controlled dominance. Machiavelli taught that fear is more reliable than love because it demands respect without requiring vulnerability. Yet even fear, when used recklessly, can backfire. The wise manipulator doesn't show rage. He radiates intensity. He doesn't show affection. He projects interest. To use emotion strategically, you must understand its power to influence perception. Humans respond not to logic, but to emotional stimulus. Their decisions, alliances, and loyalties are shaped not by reason, but by how you make them feel. If you can make people feel seen, they will follow you. If you can make them feel fear, they will obey you. If you can make them feel uncertain, they will reveal themselves. Every emotion you express publicly must be a deliberate instrument, never spontaneous, never reactive. You must learn to control your emotional visibility. Let your enemies believe you are unbothered. Let your allies believe you are loyal. Let your rivals believe you are unpredictable. Emotionally, you are the puppeteer, not the puppet. You pull strings through tone, through timing, through restraint. A single look, a pause, a sigh. Each can shift the balance of power if used with intention. When others speak with heat, speak with ice. When others tremble with passion, hold steady with control. Your calm will unsettle them more than any outburst ever could. The power lies not in showing emotion, but in choosing when to reveal it. Emotions are tools of deception. The greatest rulers, seducers, and conquerors all understood that to manipulate emotion is to manipulate reality. Caesar used charisma as armor. Napoleon used passion as fuel. Machiavelli used fear as foundation. You must become fluent in emotional language while never becoming its slave. When you need loyalty, show calculated empathy. When you need distance, show polite coldness. When you need dominance, show confidence so controlled it borders on cruelty. The point is not to suppress what you feel. It is to decide when, how, and to whom you express it. Your inner storms must be invisible to the world. Let no one sense your insecurity, your exhaustion, or your doubt. Those are your private battles. The world sees only your still surface, your poised demeanor, your deliberate composure. Inside you may burn, but you burn strategically. You channel your fire into focus, not fury, into construction, not destruction, into influence, not impulse. Because when your emotion becomes a tool instead of a trigger, you evolve from human to strategist. You stop being a participant in the drama of others and become the director of it. When people realize they cannot read you, they try harder. They study your tone, your timing, your silence, and every second they spend guessing, you win. Uncertainty is your ally. Use it too. Control rhythm, dictate pace, and disorient their confidence. The emotional equilibrium you project becomes your fortress. They will try to draw reactions from you, to make you reveal what you feel, to make you act impulsively. You must remain still, deliberate, sovereign. Emotional control doesn't make you robotic. It makes you superior because the one who decides when to show warmth, when to show ice, and when to show nothing is the one who holds the strings of every interaction. So train relentlessly. Observe your triggers. Study your reactions. Understand what pulls your emotions and why. Then master it. This is not suppression. This is dominance. This is the psychology of command. When you can smile while plotting, stay calm while being insulted, and remain focused while others lose their heads, you embody pure Machiavellian energy, the calm before the storm and the storm itself. You are not heartless. You are sovereign over your heart. You are not cold. You are calculated. Your emotions are no longer weaknesses. They are weapons disguised as silence. Remember this always. Emotion is not the enemy. Disorder is. Discipline your feelings, and they will. Obey your will. Direct your energy, and it will create worlds. From this moment, you no longer feel like the crowd. You decide like a ruler. Comment below. I control emotion. Emotion empowers me, because mastery of emotion is mastery of power itself. And power obeys only those who do not beg for it. They become it. Number 7, social power, the tactics of influence and manipulation. Influence is not about talking the loudest. It's about speaking the least and making every word carry the weight of authority. Social power is a game of invisible strings and the Machiavellian. Mind pulls them one by one until the room dances. To master influence, you must understand human nature in its rawest form. People crave validation, fear exclusion, and worship confidence. Once you understand these truths, manipulation becomes art. You do not need to control people directly. You simply create environments where they willingly align with your goals. The secret is not domination, its orchestration. Every social circle is a battlefield disguised as conversation. Every alliance a contract of unspoken motives. To win, you must learn to observe patterns before you move. Study tone, body language, micro reactions. Listen to what they don't say. Most people reveal more in silence than in speech. Machiavelli warned that men are easily deceived because they desire to believe. Use that desire. Feed them illusions that align with their ego. Let them think they're leading while you guide the outcome. That's how rulers manipulate without resistance, by allowing others to believe the ideas were theirs. The highest level of control is invisible control. Your presence must radiate authority without aggression. True power does not announce itself, it's felt. When you enter a room, don't rush to speak. Let others adjust to your silence. Let them feel your observation. The powerful do not chase rapport. They create gravity. The weak cling to social comfort. The strong create psychological tension. You make people want to impress you, not because you demand it, but because your composure forces them to. Never compete for attention. Make others compete for yours. When they do, you've already won. The art of influence also lies in contrast. Appear calm when others are chaotic, precise when others are emotional, strategic when others are impulsive. Your stability becomes their dependency. They will unconsciously gravitate toward your grounded presence. Once they rely on your certainty, they submit to your influence. Remember, people don't follow logic, they follow security. Become the emotional anchor in every interaction, and their loyalty will grow, even if they don't understand why. Machiavelli wrote that men judge by appearances, not reality. Therefore, control what they see. Be confident even in uncertainty, decisive even in doubt. The illusion of power sustains real power. Never reveal your full capacity. The most dangerous man in any room is the one whose limits are unknown. Let others underestimate you. Smile when they dismiss you. Observe when they overshare. Store every detail for later use. Information is power, and silence is the vault that keeps it safe. When the time comes, use that knowledge strategically, not for petty revenge, but for leverage. The world bends to those who know when to speak, what to reveal, and when to disappear. You don't manipulate people, you manipulate context. You make decisions appear inevitable. You plant ideas subtly, letting them bloom in others' minds as if they were born there. That is silent control, the kind that cannot be traced. To maintain social dominance, you must embody controlled unpredictability. Never let people fully understand your next move. Consistency creates comfort, and comfort kills respect. Occasionally shift tone, adjust pace, or withdraw unexpectedly. This keeps others on edge, craving your approval, fearing your rejection. Uncertainty fuels fascination. People chase what they can't decode. Be the mystery they never solve. Never argue. Redirect. Never beg. Replace. Never react. Recalibrate. Every conversation must serve a purpose. Information, positioning, or perception. Anything else is noise. And understand this truth. Not everyone deserves your influence. Choose your circles strategically. Associate upward. Observe sideways. Dominate downward. The company you keep reflects your internal standards. Surround yourself with the ambitious, not the comfortable. With the thinkers, not the talkers. Because influence multiplies through environment. You cannot be powerful among those addicted to weakness. In the end, manipulation is not evil. It's alignment through awareness. You are not deceiving the world. You are understanding it better than it understands itself. Influence is not cruelty. It's precision. The weak call it manipulation because they lack the discipline to execute it. You call it mastery because you see through illusions. Influence is the art of guiding chaos into order, emotion into obedience, and people into purpose. Speak less, move deliberately, observe endlessly, command quietly, because the one who doesn't need control over others but naturally creates it through presence becomes the center of every system, seen or unseen. That is social power. That is psychological warfare executed through elegance. Comment below. I move people without force. Influence obeys me. Let those words remind you that the most commanding presence doesn't roar, it whispers, and the world listens. Number 8, the shadow of power. How to use fear without revealing it. Power has a shadow, and that shadow is aura. It's not fear of what you might do. It's respect for what you could do. The greatest leaders, warriors, and thinkers never shout their strength. They let it hum quietly beneath the surface like thunder waiting behind the clouds. Fear, when purified of aggression, becomes presence. It's not about intimidation. It's about influence born from discipline. When you walk into a room, your energy should communicate certainty, not arrogance, not dominance, but the calm awareness of someone who cannot be moved. People feel that more deeply than any words you could ever speak. The secret lies in restraint. The one who can act yet chooses not to is the one everyone senses is powerful. A lion doesn't roar every time it moves. It simply exists, and the world adjusts. That's the kind of strength you must embody. The silent equilibrium between control and potential. When you no longer need to prove anything, your very stillness becomes unsettling to those who live through the performance. You're not feared because you threaten. You're respected because you don't need to. That is true power, contained, refined, and expressed through composure. Machiavelli understood this paradox well. He wrote that the wise must appear gentle even when capable of decisive force. Why? Because visible aggression invites resistance, but quiet confidence commands obedience. Without conflict, the calm man creates balance in the room. The reactive man creates chaos. Control yourself, and you control every atmosphere you enter. People naturally trust stability. They look to it for direction. Your calm is their compass. Your steadiness is their unspoken anchor. That is how the shadow of power spreads. Not through fear of punishment, but through awe of discipline. Never mistake stillness for passivity. It's the opposite. Stillness is strategy. The one who can pause, observe, and wait is the one who sees what others miss. Your ability to remain composed when others panic becomes your greatest psychological weapon. When they rush, you breathe. When they crumble, you stand. When they speak loudly, you lower your tone and instantly regain control. Calm authority slows the chaos around it. In every moment of tension, remember this: people read emotional cues faster than logic. Your peace is contagious. Your silence becomes leadership. To cultivate this presence is key. You must train your reactions until they vanish. Someone provokes you. Breathe. Observe. Calculate. Someone doubts you. Smile. Listen. Remain centered. Every emotional test is an opportunity to prove your self-mastery. And when you consistently choose control over reaction, others feel it. They start moderating themselves around you without realizing why. That's not manipulation, that's magnetism. You are not enforcing fear. You are embodying command. You are not seeking validation. You are radiating certainty. Your shadow grows, not from darkness, but from light directed inward. The stronger your focus, the clearer your boundaries become. People sense what you tolerate, and they sense what you don't. Never announce those boundaries. Live them. When someone crosses your line, you don't argue. You withdraw your presence. You don't threaten. You demonstrate. Because silence backed by principle is louder than anger. Those who operate from impulse lose credibility. Those who operate from composure gain influence. The one who needs control chases it. The one who is control attracts it. In the end, the shadow of power isn't about scaring people. It's about stabilizing them. It's the way a mountain commands, respect without moving, how the sea inspires awe without speaking. That's how you must walk through life, as something constant, grounded, and unshakable. When your energy communicates, "I cannot be disturbed," people feel it. They stop testing your limits and start respecting your standards. The world bends not to those who fight for dominance, but to those who emanate peace under pressure. True fearlessness is not absence of fear. It's mastery of it. It's the knowledge that fear loses its grip when you act from clarity instead of emotion. You do not conquer others through force. You conquer your own uncertainty. And once you do that, no one can take composure from you. That is the essence of power. Internal peace that radiates authority. So train yourself to walk with quiet strength. Don't announce, don't prove, just be. Let your actions reveal your depth, and let your silence echo your certainty. Because when your presence carries weight, your words become law. The calm man rules not through intimidation, but through inevitability. Comment below. My calm presence commands respect. Let that phrase anchor in your mind, because the greatest power doesn't need to show force. It simply needs to exist. Number 9. The fortress within: building mental immunity and unshakable focus. Strength begins and ends in the mind. Everything external, money, success, admiration, even relationships, is fragile compared to mental control. The man who has no fortress within himself will crumble no matter how high he climbs. Mental immunity is not about shutting the world out. It's about becoming so centered that nothing can infiltrate your clarity. You must build an inner fortress brick by brick, made of discipline, self-awareness, and unshakable purpose. When the storms of life come, and they will come, your mind should remain the calmest place in the chaos. This is not arrogance, it's self-command. The world bends for the man who does not bend for it. To build that fortress, you first have to understand your weaknesses without denying them. Self-deception is the first breach in your walls. Look at yourself with ruthless honesty. What distracts you? What emotions still control you? What fears still whisper when no one's watching? Most people never confront these questions because truth demands courage. But you are not most people. The Machiavellian mind knows that. Strength without understanding is illusion. Awareness is your armor. Once you know your triggers, your patterns, your flaws, you can no longer be ruled by them. Every insight becomes a weapon, every challenge a chance to fortify. Next comes discipline, the daily ritual of control. Your mind is a muscle. Feed it with structure, train it with silence, protect it from noise, wake before the world. Move your body with intent, read instead of scroll, think instead of react. Every small act of consistency is another stone in your fortress. You will be tempted to slack, to drift, to surrender to comfort. Resist it. Comfort dulls kings. Discipline sharpens them. Every time you choose structure over impulse, your inner architecture grows stronger. The fortress does not appear overnight. It's built in repetition, in quiet hours when no one's watching, in choices that seem invisible but echo in eternity. Mental immunity also means mastering solitude. The weak fear being alone because silence forces them to meet themselves. But solitude is the forge of the mind. It's where clarity is born, where focus is refined. Learn to enjoy your own presence until peace becomes your natural state. When solitude no longer feels like loneliness, you've reached a level most will never understand. Because once you can operate from inner calm, no chaos can derail you. That's when you stop chasing validation and start radiating direction. You no longer need to prove. You simply execute. You don't seek approval. you create results. The fortress within also demands purpose. Without a central mission, your energy scatters. The Machiavellian man is not swayed by every new distraction, because his focus is tethered to something greater than momentary pleasure. Decide what your mission is, then guard it with discipline. Purpose gives meaning to suffering, direction to action, and structure to chaos. When you have a mission, emotions become tools, not rulers. You'll still feel doubt, anger, desire, but each will serve your vision instead of sabotaging it. Purpose transforms struggle into fuel. And finally, the true test of your inner fortress is how you respond to loss, rejection, and betrayal. When people doubt you, when plans collapse, when the world seems unfair, your strength is measured not by your reaction, but by your recovery. The Machiavellian mind does not beg for fairness. It adapts, recalculates, and moves forward with surgical precision. The strong rebuild silently, faster, stronger, sharper, because nothing external can destroy the man who has already conquered himself. Your mind must be your throne, not your cage. Protect it from negativity, from gossip, from fear. Choose your inputs wisely. Every thought you entertain is either a soldier defending your kingdom or a traitor opening its gates. Think powerfully. Think intentionally. Think strategically. You are the architect of your mental empire. Every morning remind yourself, I am my own fortress, because the world cannot break what it cannot penetrate. Comment below, my mind is my fortress. Let it echo in your mind as a vow. You are not fragile. You are fortified. And from that inner citadel, you will command your reality with precision, peace, and quiet power. Number 10. The untouchable state. Becoming the master of power and presence. The ultimate form of power is not control over others. It's control over self. When you reach the untouchable state, you no longer chase. You no longer compete. And you no longer explain. You've mastered the art of stillness in motion. The power that doesn't shout, but commands attention by existing. The untouchable state is a frequency few ever reach, because it demands full alignment of discipline, purpose, and emotion. It's not about being invincible. It's about being unshakable. Nothing external dictates your internal rhythm. Praise doesn't inflate you. Criticism doesn't deflate you. You move through life like a force of nature, silent, steady, and unstoppable. The untouchable man is calm in conflict, humble in victory, and graceful in withdrawal. He doesn't need validation, because his worth is built on evidence, his own discipline, his own growth, his own consistency. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. You've faced your shadows, confronted your fears, mastered your impulses, and built a fortress of focus so strong that no distraction can trespass. Your presence speaks before you do. You've become so self-contained that others feel your certainty the moment you enter the room. That's power, not in domination, but in direction. People sense when they're in the presence of someone who doesn't seek approval. They sense when your peace cannot be purchased. That calm, that quiet, that weight, that's your aura of sovereignty. To become untouchable, you must detach from everything that weakens your control. The need to be liked, the fear of being misunderstood, the addiction to comparison. Detach not with bitterness, but with clarity. You understand that everything temporary, praise, attention, emotion, serves its purpose, then fades. What remains is your composure, your focus, your will. You become a mirror that reflects others' energy without absorbing it. When chaos surrounds you, you don't fight it. You observe it until it burns out. When people doubt you, you don't argue. You execute until results silence them. When life tests you, you don't complain. You adapt until victory becomes inevitable. The untouchable state is achieved through peace, not pride. You no longer react, you respond. You no longer rush, you decide. You no longer prove, you embody. Every action, every step, every silence carries intention. You've become a rhythm of purpose wrapped in composure. That is the Sirith Code. The harmony between discipline and detachment, between stillness and strength. Remember this, true power doesn't need recognition. It radiates through presence. Comment below, I am untouchable. Let that phrase seal your transformation. You are no longer chasing the world. You are shaping it. And as always, if this message resonates like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications because your evolution has only just begun.